Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. This is Karen Sellers. Hope each and every one of you guys are doing well. This is going to be just a video of me working on a blanket. There will be more than just one video. My husband does have to go to work around 8, well, around 9ish, so I'll be having to get off here almost at 9 o'clock. But we're going to work on a blanket together, and there will be more than just one video. So when it gets closer to time for him to leave for work, I will let you guys know, and I will come right back and we will continue working on the blanket. The lighthouses I did go ahead and paint because I was like, well, they may get bored and didn't want to watch me paint the same thing over again. But it is the exact same thing, and I think they turned out awesome and amazing. If you guys have not seen that video, go check that video out. I was going to make another video, but I was like, there's no sense in making another video of the same thing just to save time. I just went ahead and painted it so we can continue working on this blanket. But I love how the lighthouses turned out. I think they turned out awesome and amazing. I just love how they turned out, and they hold books. So you turn them like this right here. And that's, you put the books in between them and it helps hold them to keep them from falling over. But I think they turned out awesome and amazing. If you guys are new to my channel, thank you guys so much for being subscribed to me. I really appreciate you guys, and make sure you guys hit that like button, and make sure you guys go hit that notification bell so you guys are notified every time I do an upload and you guys don't miss out on all the awesome stuff that I do. But this is what we were working on when I had to put my son on the bus and go get my sister-in-law. So this is what we were working on right here. I think they turned out awesome. And if you guys are not sure what they look like, go check that video out and you can see a big change. I think they look awesome. So now I went ahead and cut this fabric because this fabric is really, like, it was longer than my kitchen table. You could probably wrap it around my kitchen one time, and my kitchen's huge. It's for my daughter's bed. I had made it for her twin bed. That's why you're going to see some sides already ruffled out. But when somehow she got it unraveled, so there will be some ends already cut like this. But we're going to, and it's a Georgia blanket, and I've already cut the fabric so it was easier for me to work with on camera in front of you guys. So we're going to just cut them right now. We're just cutting them in squares and going to set them to the side. That's all I'm doing is cutting them and setting them to the side. And then we're going to work on the blanket, like putting all the pieces together to make a beautiful blanket. Like, this fabric costs way too much just to waste. It was almost $100 for this. But I'm going to show you guys what we're going to do, just to give you guys an idea. So we're going to use this right here. But I'm going to cut this in squares too. This fabric is, like I said, I had to cut it in little bitty pieces because it was so huge. It would be hard for me to work with in front of the camera the way I'm set up. And then we're going to do this too. And we're going to connect them together and make her a blanket to fit on her bed. So if she doesn't want to get under her main comforter, which is a camo comforter, she can just use this if she just wants to watch TV and, just have a lazy day. So I'm just going to fold this fabric in two, and we're just going to cut these into squares. I'm trying to see which way, if I want to fold it this way or the other way. Probably this way. Yeah. We're going to fold it this way. And you will see some of the ends already kind of like this, but that's where it was to fit a twin bed. But we're going to do it a little different this time. So I'm just going to go and cut trying to debate. Probably going to fold it again. Trying to get it as even as possible. You want your fabric to be as even as possible. And we're going to fold it. I'm folding it in half so we can make like 4 squares. All right. Let me see here. Need a bigger working space than what I have right here. I don't have a large space right here where I'm working at, but I'm trying to make it do because it's the only spot that I have that's able to be set up right now. I would do it outside, but it is storming, so it would be gorgeous to work on this outside. All right, I'm just going to leave it not folded in half so I can just kind of see where I'm going to go with this. Because you want to leave some of the Georgia Bulldog print on there. So let me see here. Let me try to get it even first. Okay, that side's pretty even. I'm just going to throw that. You might need this at the end, so if you have any extras, don't throw it away. Just keep it because we may need it. Let me get my fabric cutter. That might work better. All my paintbrushes are flying everywhere. All right. I just know if I'm trying to cut this and make it as even as possible, it's not going to look right. So and I just nicked myself. You got to be very careful with this tool right here. Yeah. I'll be all right. Nothing major. That's why I like using my scissors. I don't really care for using that thing unless I have to. So I'm just going to come over here on this end and just kind of trim it off and try to make it as even as I can. Because you don't want to cut too much of it off. All right. That looks pretty even now on both ends. And now I'm just folding it in half. And then I'm going to just cut it right down the middle right here. And then we're going to run the scissors and cut the pieces that are folded after we cut that in half. And just cut them in half. And you don't want to cut the squares too small because after you tie it, that square size right here is going to shrink smaller. So, because you got to cut the little sides up. So, and I'll show you an example after we get all the squares cut. I'm just going to stick them up there. And I'm going to use one of these so I can make sure that, because you want to get the squares about the same. No, that ain't going to look right. See if I can do it this way instead. Let me see. All right, now let's stick that over here in our little squares. Let me cut this other one. Okay. Like I said, this fabric, her blanket come undone, and she was like going to throw it away. And I was like, no, ma'am, we can figure out, what to do with the fabric. So I told her I'd make her a blanket to fit her bigger bed that she had, because she went from a small bed to a big bed. So we're going to make it into a bigger blanket to fit her bed now. Make sure that it's as even as possible. You can make curtains out of this too. You don't have to just use it as a blanket. You can use it as a curtain. We're going to use it as a blanket. All right. See how many more Georgia pieces we have. I got like 4 more Georgia pieces, but I just love this right here. That's her favorite. She loves Georgia. Georgia camo, cow stuff, horses. That's her thing. Now my son, he loves Fortnite, gaming stuff, basketball. He's getting into sports now, so. I got the fabric at Walmart. I'm not sure if they still have the fabric or not, but that's where I got it from. Our last piece, fabric. Let me see here. I think I'm just going to leave those two a little bit bigger. And then after we, there's not really a lot of talking in this video, but there's nobody here right now with me on live stream, so I'm just kind of just going through it and cutting it. But after we cut each of our squares, then we're going to go back and make the little cuts on the edges, and then we can start connecting our blanket together. And I know some of you guys, this is a little different from some of you guys. You're just like, I don't really care for that. It's okay if you don't really care for that, or don't really care like watching this video, but just make sure you can still be so kind and just hit that like button. It helps my channel out tremendously, and I really appreciate you guys so much. So I know this is a little different, and some of you may not really care for stuff like this, and if you don't, it's totally fine. But if you could be just so kind and just hit that like button, that would be greatly appreciated. I appreciate y'all so very much. And all my new subscribers, thank you guys so much for joining my channel, joining my family. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. More than you guys know. Now, we'll be announcing the makeup giveaway later on in the afternoon. I haven't forgot about that, but I will be doing that later on in the afternoon. And I wish all of you the best luck in entering in the giveaway. And if you guys do not win, don't be down and out. I will have plenty more that you guys can win. If it makes you feel any better, I have never won a giveaway either, so I have put in for them, but I've never had any luck. So, but you can't give up. You have to just keep trying. It's a rainy, icky day here. Rainy, rainy. Icky day. Alright, so this is our last fabric that I'm going to cut. Okay. Now, after all of our squares are cut, we're going to go back through them and just go ahead and make the little cuts around the edges. And then when I make the next video, we will be putting the blanket together. And you just want to cut like the little edges right here, like that, so you can tie it. Now I'll do a little example for you guys so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let me find a piece. Okay. Get another piece. All right. Go on, kitty. Sorry about that, y'all. Have my light on, and the way I got it set up, they're trying to come near it. And then they see me working on this blanket and like, oh, it's rainy, it's icky, let me lay on it. Okay. Let's see. I think I'm doing it backwards. Hold on. It's been a while since I've did this type of blanket. I hate having to do this, but I did it backwards. Now I gotta start over. Get another one. I have a headache, y'all, so just bear with me. Bear with me. I'll get it together in a minute. Bear with me. This piece is a little small. Let me put this. There we go. Now we're getting it. You got to make sure when you're tying this blanket also that it's tied really good, because if you wash it, it will come right undone. So you got to make sure that it is good and secure and that it's not going to come apart with you. And you can get any kind of fabric that you want. Just go to Walmart, if you have a Hobby Lobby near you, a Target near you. She's going to love this blanket. I'm just doing this piece so you guys can kind of get an idea of what we're going to be doing when I come back and make a second video, which I'm going to keep working on this until I have to go. But like for the finish of the blanket, it is going to take time. So just get you some coffee, get you something to eat, just sit back, make yourself comfortable. And the cats, they're trying to get over here and lay on it. You cut this one in two because it's like too big of a piece. So here we go. Perfect. Now it's stopped raining for time being, and the birds are coming out and chirping. So nice to hear the birds chirping. I love hearing them chirp. So nice. Okay, you guys. So this is just, you know, what we're going to do. It's going to look better when we obviously start to get it together. It will look a lot better than that, but so now I'm just going to continue just adding the pieces on here. Let's see. Get down. Let me get a Georgia piece to add. Now I'm going to add it to this other piece over here. Now let me go. Okay. Maybe I need to. I'm just going to tilt my camera so you guys can see what we're doing here. Of course, it's not going to look like it makes a lot of sense right now, but when we get it all together, you'll see. So I'm just going to tilt the camera right here. Sorry about that. And I'm just tying the ends I decided just to cut them as I'm going. But you got to make sure that you're tying it tight enough to where it is not going to come loose in the wash machine. That was my mistake. The last time I didn't tie it tight enough and it came loose. So you just want to make sure that you're tying them tight. Now, other people may have other ways of doing these types of blankets, but this is the way I do the blanket and I find it easier. Listen at the birds chirping. Oh, it's so lovely to hear them. So peaceful. Just stretching a little bit. And we're almost at the end of this one. Okay. It is getting there. So now I am going to take a piece of this. Oh, good size. Okay. I'm going to make little cuts on this little piece. There we go. Sorry for shaking the camera. I may not get it done today, but if not, I will come back and continue working on it. But there will be a lot more videos to come. Trying to finish this blanket. Would love to finish the blanket, but don't know if I'm going to be able to do it today or not. Okay, so it's coming along. It is coming along, and it's looking awesome. I just know she's gonna love it once we get it all finished. She's gonna absolutely love it. Let me find another piece of fabric. Okay, make this little cuts. Alright, now cut. Alrighty. Now let's work on this one. Now blankets, it can take several days to do. It just depends on, if you want to stop and take a break or continue in doing it. This particular blanket will probably take me a few days to do, if we're being honest. So, yeah, I may finish it in a few days, but with anything that you do, it does take time to do it. And you got to have patience to do it. I do have another clothing haul coming up soon as well. And I have a small Dollar Tree coming up. So I do have several different things coming up. I just wanted to do crafts because that's something I really enjoy doing and interacting with y'all, even though there's no one on here at the moment. It's okay. You guys can always just rewind it and watch it. And if it's boring to you guys, just, give me a thumbs up. All my videos are not boring. I promise they're not. They're not all boring. My husband will be going to work here in a few. I have to get him up and get him ready let him get woke up. I'm his alarm clock. Let me kind of step back here. Oh my goodness. It's so, I love it. Look at this. This is going to be awesome. She is going to love this. Love, love, love this. This is so, I love doing this. But it does take time, and I will probably take a break from doing this and try to get a little sleep and then come back on here, do the video of the drawing of the makeup giveaway, and then continuing working on this blanket. But that is what it looks like, the start of it. And of course, I'm going to go down with it and add the pieces. I'm just doing the outside of it first, like trying to get this length part. And then we're going to work on the other part of it. My cat's right here laying near the blanket. I hope you guys enjoyed me showing you how to work on a blanket. I know it does take time, so there's probably going to be more than just 2 videos because it does take time, and it is a big blanket. Baby blankets don't take that long. They take maybe 5 hours to do, maybe less. But like a big bed, like a queen size bed, it takes a few days to do that. So you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give me a big old thumbs up. Look out for me doing the drawing of the makeup giveaway. I'll be doing that in the afternoon. And I have a clothing haul coming up, and I have a Dollar Tree haul coming up as well. And I have a lot more crafts to come. So you guys make sure you give this video a big old thumbs up, and I will see you guys soon.